Welcome back to Sort of Sophisticated, the podcast where we try to mix sort of some education with some curiosity, maybe a little chaos, where we think we're bringing subjects that matter and make us more cultured to life. And sometimes that works, and sometimes it goes over like a lead balloon. So here we are.
I think, for one, it works really well.
Well, thank you.
I learn something every week.
And that voice that you hear on our microphone, everyone, is none other than my new co-host, Sandra. How you doing today, Sandra? No?
Wow, tell me
Not
how
really?
you really feel.
Right.
You're so feisty today.
I wouldn't want Sandra.
You're so feisty.
I don't know why I came up with that. Anyway.
Feisty.
Whatever. That's Amanda, people. Here we are.
Hello.
We're back at it. We're doing this. We're on episode 89 for those of you playing along. I can't believe we've done this long. That's insane. But here we are.
Here we are.
Let's do
and
it.
Technically, it's like season 3.
Shit, it already is.
Yeah.
Like that just happened.
I know. Here
I'm
we are.
I'm getting old. Let's not do seasons anymore because it just reminds me of how old I am and I don't want to do that.
No, but it like categorizes better.
Skip that.
No,
Blah, blah,
you
blah,
like
blah.
that.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Let's go.
Okay, fine. So what are we talking about today?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
Okay. Today we are going to talk about music because I love music. You know that.
Music.
Yes. Music for the people. I think that was like a Madonna song. I don't know. Yeah?
Come together.
It might have been. Yes. Yeah. Look at that. You remember.
Yeah.
That's my 90s
Yeah,
girl right
there
there.
you go.
Okay. We're talking about the Grammys. That's what we're doing because the Grammys are coming up.
Oh,
Yes.
I see that.
We're doing the
Okay,
Grammys.
Okay.
We're good because we did one on the Oscars like a year ago or something. I think we did unveiling the Oscars.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Do you want to know my
let's
shame
go.
right now?
What?
So like we had talked about the Grammys
Okay.
and I didn't realize it was for music.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So this is my point at the beginning when I was like, we
I
try
do,
to pretend
but
we're
something
educated.
I do know because I know what the
Do you know what the Tonys are?
Well, I do. That's
Okay.
for Broadway.
Okay.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
the Oscars.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like when you said the Grammys, for some reason in my head I thought it was like another offshoot of like
No.
the Oscars. But in my head I also know that it's like the trophy. It has a megaphone, xylophone. What is it?
We're gonna go with gramophone,
Oh, it's a gramophone.
which is where the Grammys got. Sorry. Yeah. That's what it all.
Hey y'all, fun fact.
Right.
Grammys from the gramophone.
Gramophone. Another fun fact, super fun
Okay,
fact
let's
already, this early. The gramophone, whatever, like the actual award itself, I guess faces backwards. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I was looking up, like a gramophone faces a certain way, but I guess the award itself faces the other way. And the idea is that it's like supposed to be looking back at history, like back in time. Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
Like, that was a little fun fact
Okay.
that I found.
Little nugget.
Whatever.
Little
So
nugget.
official title is Who Picks the Winners? A Sort of Sophisticated Guide to the Grammys.
I love it.
Yeah. And
I'm here for it.
we're
'Cause
gonna
I
do a
have
little-
no idea who picks the winners.
No. Oh.
Well, because like
that's
for
a
the
whole thing.
Oscars, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, the Academy. Who's
Yes.
the Academy? I mean,
Yes.
we went down
This is the
the
same
rabbit
thing.
hole,
We have something called the Recording Academy, apparently.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
interesting.
Here's what we're going to do. Today we'll do some history,
Okay.
right? But like whatever. Then we're just going to chat because I didn't like come prepped with like all this like who won which award when and all that bullshit. Like I didn't do any of that. So we're just going to like
Oh, well, that's fine.
we'll do history and then we'll sort of just chat it up.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Sounds good.
And you can ask me a bunch of questions and I
Great.
might know some answers and I might not and we might be
Here we
chat
go.
GPTing a lot of this shit, people.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But I do have one question.
What? Oh my God. No.
Already.
Not the
We're
question I'm
starting.
already dreading.
Yeah.
Go.
But how does learning about the Grammys make us more cultured, Peter?
Because it's music. Music
Because I
is
don't even know what it
music
is.
is culture. Can we
Culture
admit?
me.
Can we admit? No, just let's start with that. So maybe this is my whole like vibe and problem because it's synonymous
Yeah.
with me, culture and music. Because everything we did jazz,
That's true.
right? We did
Yeah.
intro to opera. We did classical
But, like,
music. We did,
here's the thing
like so,
is-
I just look at music
It
as
is,
getting
but
cultured.
every type of music has its own culture.
Correct, it
right?
does.
Which is like an easy way to get to the cultured.
That's my point.
But like, why about the Grammys? Just because it exemplifies the best of the best,
Yeah,
supposedly, or
that's a tough one. Like,
or is it because more on the cultural side of I should probably know what the Grammys are because I'm sure there are tons of people who tune into the Grammys, and it is a cultural phenomenon to be a part of.
Ish. So I'll say that.
right?
Yes, I'll give you that. Yes.
Okay.
But I would also say like, we always talk about patterns. Like a lot of times, like
Oh,
history repeats itself, that
yeah.
whole thing. Like I would say anytime we're going to talk about a historical institution, like the Grammys or the Grand Ole Opry or the Oscars or whatever, there's patterns and there's pattern recognition and there's like learning about why it was created and what it's there for and all that kind of. So yes, like all the things.
Fair.
That's. But I'm just going to say music because I like music.
It's going to make us
It's the
very
best.
cultured. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Word of the week.
Word of the week. Are you ready?
Wow.
Word of the week. I know it's all rebranded. Word of the week. Here we go. Word of the week is vituperate with a V. Vituperate.
Vituperate.
Vituperate. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does it anything have to do with vibrate?
Vibrate?
Gyrate?
Gyrate. Oh,
No?
what was that word that you did so
Vituperate?
good? What was it? Stridulation.
Oh, yeah.
You were so good at that one. Oh my God. No. Vituperate is a verb that means to speak sharply, like with anger or scorn. Yeah.
Really?
Like
Oh.
anger or scorn, like hardcore. Like I would
Okay.
vituperate my children. Like something.
Vituperate.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It comes from the Latin vitium, fault, defect, or vice, and parare. Yeah. To prepare or produce. So basically bring fault to the surface.
Huh.
Vituperate. Like
Okay.
vehemently though. Yeah. Like it's hardcore.
Okay.
It's like a word that we don't use anymore.
Vituperate.
Vituperate.
Hmm.
The only thing I could think of is like, I vituperate my children. I mean, that sounds terrible, but like seriously
I'm gonna start telling people now.
admonish.
Don't vituperate.
Yeah. Right. You could say that to me, I don't know, every 5 minutes on
that's
this podcast.
funny.
Let's go.
Okay.
Vituperate.
Interesting.
This is it.
Okay. Here we are.
Work it in.
Okay, we're gonna work it in, but now I think it's history time. So when did the Grammys even start?
Wait.
And better question, why did they start?
Oh my God. 407 years ago. No. Not that long ago.
What?
So guess.
70s.
So, okay. No, so interesting. So it was 1959. But like,
Oh.
I thought it was like way before that. I thought it was like 100 years old already.
Well, no, but I mean, like the Oscars, they didn't start that long ago.
I don't know. Like older. Like older,
Yeah.
1959.
Yeah,
I was just
okay,
surprised because that's only like 60 or 65 years ago.
It's
That
true.
was
It's true.
that was kind of surprising. So yeah. So why they started?
Yep.
Okay.
And besides that, people were like, "Ooh, I want to get recognition for being the best."
No. Elvis
No?
Presley. Elvis Presley.
It all starts with
It
Elvis.
does. Now, I'm baiting you because I know you're probably like, oh my God, of course it started with Elvis because he was awesome and he had to win awards. No, opposite effect. So here's what happened. So it's 1959 or whatever. Rock and roll is taking over, right?
Yeah.
Elvis Presley, who was it? Oh my God, Buddy Holly.
All
what was
the
other guy?
OGs.
Yes, right. Billy Haley and the Comets, right? These guys are all there. So here's what's going on. Basically, the establishment, quote unquote, the establishment was pissed because it was chaos because like, you know, teen girls are like going crazy and like having fun and oh my God, rock and roll and oh man,
Corrupting the
Satan's
youth.
Yes.
Mhm, yep.
And so they were like, this is bullshit. We have to do something because they were all in a full on panic. So the recording company gets together and they start this award ceremony to basically like give awards to traditional music genres to like middle finger rock and roll music. Like that's how it started, to like bring order back to something that they thought, quote unquote, thought was like getting out of order, which is
Okay.
total bullshit in itself. Like the whole beginning of it is terrible to begin with, but like that's like why it all started. I know, sort of wonky.
I would never have guessed that.
No, it was kind of crazy.
Okay.
So if you think about it, like Elvis Presley now is like whatever, like classic old time music. Like it's great music, don't get me wrong, but like at that point he was like a full on nonconformist.
Which is crazy.
Right, which
if you
I
look
know.
at like some of our music now.
Right. It is insane. So like
How far we have fallen.
it's
I'm
and it's
just
been
kidding.
and it what's even crazier is like I was going through this whole history because I don't have a lot here. 1959 and that's how it was created there. History done. But it took a long ass time before rock and roll. Let's just do rock and roll, right? So like that's the whole reason it started.
Yeah.
It wasn't until 1979, 20 years later, that they adopted rock and roll and allowed it to be
Wow.
in the awards.
That's crazy.
And even then,
So he never won anything.
no,
Then.
he never won it. No. So, well, maybe a Lifetime
Well, like,
Achievement Award. 'Cause
sure,
that's what they
Hall
do.
of Fame or
Right.
whatever.
And then, like, every subsequent, like, kind of genre of music had the same problem. So, like, then hip-hop comes out. And, like, that takes another 10 years. So, hip-hop wasn't even a category till 1990. Right? Like, right.
Dang.
And then rap and the same thing. So, like, they all, like, that's, I think, the gramophone thing, the thing I was telling you at the beginning, like, the backwards facing thing. I think that's the whole institution. That's the whole, like, we are going to screw everything forward-looking and everything new because that's like not good, and we got to go backwards. Yeah, it's crazy. And like all the first Grammys, when I was looking at like what they were awards for, it wasn't like today, like Album of the Year and Best Music and all this stuff. It was like for technical competence, like best guitar strumming, like the most traditional and best way of doing it, right? Or like the best, not just the best voice, but like the best voice inflections as it relates to the way you're supposed to use your voice traditionally. So it was like all about all that bullshit tradition stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, I think it's fascinating looking back.
Yeah.
And how like it's adapted to today with technology and everything else. But
I mean, it's the same shit still happens.
because they don't still have best drummer.
No. But I mean, they're still looking backwards.
Yeah,
They're never groundbreaking on purpose.
Got it.
Even though they're trying to keep up. It is sort of like they're just updating the rules, but the whole idea is it's a rule-based system, right? Institutionalized, that's the whole concept, blah, blah, blah.
This is how you win, how you qualify, blah,
Right.
blah, blah.
Yeah,
Got it.
all that shit. of course.
So I guess thinking about it through the lens of it was more technical awards, who was the best at this or who was the best at that, does this then launch the artist on a different trajectory? Or like, is that how it got so infamous and why people are always trying to obtain getting a Grammy? I mean, obviously it's an award show, but I feel like there has to be something more to it, right? The value.
But you're on the right track. That's exactly it, right? So like, even if the whole idea was that they were trying to sort of stick with rules and tradition, like all these artists, once you win the Grammy, I mean, your career is launched, right? Like you're in crazy land. So the whole concept behind why artists chase it is because they know they're going to benefit from it. Either like their art form is going to be out there, whether it's fame, whether it's money, whatever it is, whatever they're after, like that's the whole point. It's the same as a Grand Ole Opry, right? Like once you get on the stage, that's the whole point. So Grammy's the same. You made it. You're official.
Yeah.
Once you hit that. And so like, whatever. I think back to Adele. I don't know when it was. It was like 2008, 2009. Don't quote me on it. I don't know when she got famous. But like she launched her album, but then she went on the Grammys. It was insane. She won Best
That's
Album
true.
of the Year.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then it was like she went from making like regular money or like good money to like bonkers shitload money.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, changed the full trajectory of the career. And then at that point too, like it or not, and this is sort of the controversial part, it mainstreams the hell out of you. And I think that's why some artists like it, some artists don't. Because I wouldn't know two shits about Adele. I just wouldn't, because that wasn't like who I grew up with. But once sort of she got famous through the Grammys, oh, you bet your ass I listened. Not like I was watching the Grammy Award to listen, but like all of a sudden
it was like plastered everywhere.
Yes.
Like I feel like she
and I was like,
then
oh, who is this? And then there was a few songs where I was like,
recognized.
whoa, like these are good songs. So like it even opened up my musical taste because of that.
So when an artist reaches like the Grammy pinnacle,
yes.
right, and they get a Grammy,
yeah.
Obviously, they're launched into stardom. Their
yes.
labels are now making tons of money. Like it's this
They're
machine,
making money. Yes,
right?
totally. Yeah.
And so then are labels then looking to like, copy paste what they just did, who just won, and go after the same sound and look, and because that is society.
You just nailed it, right?
Or does the Grammys ever like award creation or creativity or evolution?
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
So this is the whole like push pull. So it's a blessing and a curse. So let me go back before I go forward. So there's like you sort of different kinds of famous. There's different levels of fame and famous, right? So it's whatever like the artist.
I mean, there's like T Swift and Beyonce, right? And then there's
J-Lo but even I guess I would say like there's like whatever internet famous or like one hit wonder famous and that kind of famous.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Then I would say there's like Grammy famous, which is T Swift and J-Lo and all that, and they're sort of fit in what I call the Grammy box.
Okay.
Right, and that's what you're talking about. This labels like and the repetition and what they're looking for.
Yes. It immediately goes platinum and immediately becomes a
because
Grammy or whatever.
Because they chose to be part of that machine, which I think is excellent, awesome, more power to you. But then there's like legend or like iconic fame. Then there's like breaking boundary fame. Like you don't give two shits about the Grammys.
Yeah.
The Beatles, or think of like anybody huge like that. Bob Dylan. Like
never got a Grammy.
I'm not saying he had a Grammy.
Okay.
Sorry. What I'm saying is Prince is another good one.
Was not trying to chase the Grammy.
Correct. And they were really changing music, regardless of if you like Prince or Bob Dylan. I don't care. What I'm getting at is it's different kinds of famous. And so I think for the artist, you just got to make sure you know what you're doing, right? Like what trap you're falling in. Yes, what your goal, right. And in the case of Taylor Swift or Madonna or, Adele or whoever it is, like the Grammy machine works tremendously well for them. But like, no, the Grammys are not designed for any new breaking boundary, anything. Quite the opposite. They still, to this day, 65 years later, like poo-poo that whole concept and that whole idea. And that's why everybody feels snub. Like whenever there's like a Grammy clip on TikTok or like whatever, Instagram, somebody got snubbed, that's like bullshit. They didn't like, they
didn't have a chance.
They didn't have a chance, right? On purpose. Like it's designed for them to not have a chance.
But then you talk about it and you're just like, another system of not necessarily corruption, but
like
you gotta be a part of the club.
So think of us on Sort of Sophisticated right now, right? Like, what am I doing this for? What are you doing this for? Like, we're doing it for fun. Maybe you're doing it because you feel bad for me, but like,
I am not.
It scratches an itch, right? Like
I love it.
right.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, if we were like chasing fame, we would have to be like changing our whole thing and like, figuring this whole thing out and like, well, do these people want to listen this way or that way? So it's interesting because if the artist stays true to what they want to stay true to, then they have one road, but then they have a risk associated with that. Versus if someone else wants to, I don't want to say sell out, but like if that's what they choose to do because that's what they wanted, then their art sort of has to get vanilla.
Right.
So it reaches the masses. And that's always the challenge of an artist.
So you got to pick.
And so like you could be mad at the Grammys all
and
you
this
want.
is where the term sellout comes in.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it can be, but you're absolutely right.
Not probably from this specifically, but I now understand it better as when people are like, no, they're a sellout.
Right. Because there's some artists that are still doing it just for the fans. Like literally making music for the fans. But if you won the Grammy, then you're not. You're making it for now like the critics and the machine. Your fan base changes. It just does. You can't help it.
Yeah.
Right. And no shade on any of them, but that's the Grammys. Huh. And quite frankly, I mean, I don't know if we talked about it with the Oscars, but my instinct is kind of more or less the same. Yeah.
Well, I agree in the fact that it just seems like a well-oiled machine. But at what point in time did it, I mean, because it's obviously an awards ceremony, but now not everyone, but a lot of people anyways, watch the Grammys for the performance, right? For the big, over-the-top spectacles of the artist that are, I don't know if they're always up for a Grammy if they perform. Probably not.
Sometimes not.
Oh. So when did that start? Was that always a thing?
I think it was always a thing. It's gotten much bigger. I didn't go down that rabbit hole and figure out if it happened like in 1959 but I mean, sure, it like followed quickly, fast followed. But I think what's the big takeaway about performances in general is a lot of times the performances are more important than the Grammy because think about
we're on a world stage.
Well, we've talked about this. We're emotional beings. We want storytelling. We did a whole friggin' episode on storytelling. We did one on toasting. Remember we did toasting and keep it short and like people connect with your emotion, that heart, all that stuff. When they're doing a performance, that's what people connect with.
It sucks you into the matrix.
Oh, it absolutely does. And so iconic performance, doesn't matter if you win or not, that is what will also launch. But just like everything else, blessing and the curse, because it could go the opposite way and it could be terrible. So 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Question. I'm gonna pull you right now.
Oh no.
I'm gonna prove my point right now. Are you ready? Who won Best Artist in 2022?
Taylor Swift.
No, I have no idea.
I don't know either.
And, okay, we just proved this is the point I was gonna make. But I remember specifically 2022 Bruno Mars and oh my God, what's the guy's name? Anderson .Paak. It was unbelievable. They had their 70s outfits. They sang 777. It was absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. Silk Sonic. They call themselves Silk Sonic.
Okay, yes, I do.
It was probably one of the top 5 performances ever to watch on the Grammys, right? So I remember that in 2022.
Right, versus.
I have no recollection of it. Oh, I also, whatever, 1993, I don't remember. Don't quote me on it. Not at the Grammys, but Milli Vanilli, super famous. They found out they were lip syncing and they walked off stage. They won Best Artist and then it ruined their career. Which you would argue totally sucks because it's not like they really weren't singing the song. They actually sung the song
live.
They just lip synced it, and
but everyone lip syncs now, so what does it matter?
They got screwed. But that's the point of performances. They can absolutely send you,
can elevate you or take you down.
Prince. If you haven't watched Prince, he did Purple Rain 2004 2003 and then Beyoncé comes out because she was just finished Destiny's Child or whatever it was. I don't know. That was the 90s. I didn't follow Beyonce, Destiny's Child. I didn't know who she was until she sang with Prince. Huh. And then I was like, oh, who's this? And I don't super love Beyonce. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I listen to her songs. But just like Adele, it was sort of like, oh, who is this person?
An intro.
Yes. It was a total intro and it was iconic and it was amazing. And I don't know. Prince goes down in history with
I was
the greatest performances
ever. Prince does. He just always wins.
But here's the deal with Prince. He was the antithesis of these awards. Everything about them he hated. But because he was so revolutionary, with what he was trying to do with music and people didn't understand it. So he was not well liked by the Recording Academy. They didn't love it. He didn't get, I don't know if he won an actual award. Can you look it up? Could you,
sure.
You and ChatGPT? Because I do want to know if he actually, I'm sure he won a Grammy, but I don't even think he probably accepted it. He probably didn't care.
He didn't just win one. Yeah. He won 7 over the course of his career.
Okay, he did. All right, yeah. But I don't think he was super
7
involved.
Grammy Awards, 38 nominations, including Best Album of Original Score, Written for Motion Picture, and Television Special.
Here's what I remember when I was looking him up, because I have a fun fact, so I'm going to skip to the fun fact, and then I'll just take it out later. Yeah, whatever. He had the shortest speech of all time. In 1999, when he won for Best R&B Vocal Performance, 2 words. Albums matter. Walked up, didn't even say thank you, just said albums matter, and walked off stage. That's what I was remembering. Like he was defiant.
Or indifferent.
Right. And because his whole point was like, I'm not here to impress you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not here for a fucking song. Right. I'm not here for song. I'm here to like make music and change lives and culture. Right. And anyway, that's Prince. We went down the Prince rabbit hole. I think we kind of buried the Prince rabbit hole here.
I mean,
didn't we?
I love me some Prince.
Right.
Okay, so I think I have this fixation on when you said that the Grammys aren't evolutionary. Like they're not picking people who were thinking outside the box, etc. But then they did pick Prince. So did they not pick anybody who is, that we would pick to our mind of being the greatest artist for years and years, and then like they backtracked and they were like, "Oh, just kidding. You stayed long enough." And like I don't really understand.
So sort of, yes.
Sort of. Okay.
Yeah, they play everything way too safe because they don't want to make mistakes because remember they're an institution and they have to make sure that everybody like appreciates what they're doing and that they don't make any wrong choices. And so they tend to take way too long. So in the case of Prince, I don't know exactly, but my guess is they took way too long. Think of like Kendrick Lamar. You know Kendrick Lamar?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So Kendrick Lamar's first album, I think, came out in 2010, 2011, something like that. So it took 5 years of him writing and recording and albums before they recognized him for a Grammy, right? And you would think like, well, maybe his songs weren't good enough. He won the Pulitzer Prize 2 years later. So like his songs were good enough, right?
Interesting.
So I think that's my point of, do you know Nas? Mm-hmm. The rapper Nas? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you know how long it took him? 27 years.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Right, because they didn't really appreciate hip hop. They didn't really care. They didn't understand. He only recently won. He had a comeback album, like a new album that came, and he won like 5 years ago.
Really?
Yes. So like, look, the bottom line is they have to do it that way because the whole concept is they won't have it. Opinions are like assholes, Amanda. Like you like your music, I like my music.
It's true.
It's totally different. So like they can't.
So then
they can't reasonably win. They don't have a choice. They have to do it that way.
Yeah, but
and
now,
then if they
now
screw
it
the
just
whole,
feels like it's a whole institution that's not.
But
like,
that's what it is.
Huh.
So that's my point. Go all the way back to like Taylor Swift and Adele, and I'm totally not shitting on them, but like that's my point of what are you trying to accomplish?
Who created the Grammys?
So it was called.
Who created the institution?
It was called the Recording Academy.
But
that's
like, was it like a bunch of big labels that came together and was like, we're gonna do this so they could promote themselves?
Shit, let's go.
Oh,
let's look that up.
I'm just curious now. Like, is this a big conspiracy theory?
What? Like, should we just start doing a podcast on conspiracy
I mean,
theories?
maybe, but
this is where you always go,
but,
Peter. I want to know conspiracy. Wait a second. We also didn't talk about anybody who died yet.
Ooh,
did anybody die from the Grammys? I don't know.
We can
check that out. Did anybody die on stage from the Grammys?
But
yeah, no. The Recording Academy. Like,
right,
I don't know. It's a lot of things.
But is it? What do you mean a lot of things? Is it like the labels?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm ChatGPTing it right now. I'm figuring it out. Some guy named Paul Weston is the
guy who owns the Westons?
Weston, Weston.
Oh, okay.
Most credited with the Grammys. A composer, arranger, and conductor. Served as the first president of the Recording Academy. I don't know. And he helped shape the original mission. Yeah.
I think you asked chat wrong.
There was no,
we're
it says right here. There is no one single founder in that sense. Record labels, producers and engineers, songwriters and arrangers. That's it. And their concern was, like I said before, popular music was being overshadowed by all these other things, and wanted the institution to be treated as a serious art form. That's it.
Interesting.
Nothing more. That's what are you going to do?
Okay, fine.
Paul Weston with an O. Paul Weston. Paul Weston, not Paul Weston. But I'm going to Jedi mind trick you right now.
Okay, go.
I'm going to go down this crazy psychological rabbit hole for a second.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Because when you think about it, like when you think about the Grammys and you're all mad at this institution that we're talking about, it really isn't about the music. It's really more about us, right? Think about it. Okay, watch. Check this out. Bear with me. So you get pissed off when your artist doesn't win. That's the whole point. Oh my God, this person should have won. Oh my God, that person. That's right. I mean, I don't really give two shits. Like whoever wins, who wins, because we're not into it as much as everybody else. But all that really means is you're looking for validation that what you like, the world likes. That's why you get mad.
So like, is that also why people then follow these artists?
Right, of course.
And I should be listening. It's the best of my time.
So because we're so ego-driven, the whole thing. So back to our whole podcast, self-awareness, the whole thing.
Continue.
Right. It's any of these awards things. All we're trying to do is look for our view of the world is validated outwardly because we want external validation. So you can't get mad at the Academy.
And here's Psych 101.
That's right. Thank you very much. Like I just judo flipped the shit out of that. That's, I mean, mic drop that. Let's go.
Wow.
Right?
All right.
Anyway,
Well,
whatever. That's the Grammys. What are you going to do? It's just all about us and our little stupid insecurities.
so what you're really saying is that it really isn't all about the Grammys. I mean, it is, but like the real idea is that the music we love so deeply and personally that we're emotionally tied to it, and that sometimes we're maybe a little irrational, and the Grammys are just trying to keep the peace amongst the broader audience of the music world.
Yes, exactly.
And we as
They can't win.
subaltern humans follow along and fall in line
Yep.
with who the best of the best is, and because we all just want to have connection.
We do. So
Yeah.
all of us who are craving that sort of external validation, we watch the Grammys. All of us who don't care, like you said, indie music, we do our own thing. Nobody
Yeah.
gives two
Yeah.
shits. We don't even know when the Grammys are even going to be on.
Yeah.
So don't blame the Grammys. Watch if you want to watch, and I watch because I just want to
But
appreciate
It
music.
kind of comes
That's it.
back to why we do this whole podcast in the first place, right? It is something that I am not inherently involved in
Yeah.
or deep diving in.
Yeah, me
right?
neither.
Or
I
have
was-
lots of care.
I probably watch the Grammys
But-
every other year.
It is fascinating
Yeah.
to learn something new about something that I actually don't have much opinion or care about.
So here's our commitment. We have to watch it this year.
Okay.
We'll watch
Well,
this
this is
year,
deep.
and and then we'll sort of we'll do best performance.
Yeah,
Me and
I'm-
you will
I'm-
just
okay,
come in
fine.
here and we'll just be like, which one did we like the most?
Fine. But can I listen to the rest of your things that I should do or could do and
Fine.
decide which one I want to do?
Okay,
Okay.
we can.
I like that better.
Fine.
But until then, can you give me some fun facts?
Oh, I can give you fun facts.
Yeah.
Let's do fun facts
Yeah.
first. Fun facts
I'm
first.
ready. Go.
FFF.
I don't know if we should do that. FFF.
Oh my God! But you know what I didn't do? I didn't.
Vituperate?
Yes, I didn't vituperate. We didn't vituperate yet.
Because you didn't say anything that was like venomly aggressive.
Oh shit. Okay. Well then I have to get through fun facts and say something aggressive, and then you come at me
Okay.
with vituperate. So we
Okay.
work this in because I don't want to screw this up.
Okay.
Okay, fine. First fun fact. I'm gonna start with a little trivia.
Oh dear.
Are you ready for
Okay,
trivia?
go.
This is gonna be great. Who has won the most Grammy awards of all time?
Taylor Swift.
Nope. Close.
Close.
Close. Beyonce.
Oh,
Beyonce.
see, okay. That makes
32.
sense.
32.
That's a lot. How much does T Swift have though?
What? I don't even know.
Let's see. Hold
Super fun fact. Even though she has the most, she never won Album of the Year, which basically goes to show you she has a good songs, people, but she's got some duds too.
Prince would be so disappointed.
He would.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All about the album.
Prince danced with her. He would be. You're right. Want to guess who number 2 is?
No.
No?
I admittedly.
You don't want to say Taylor Swift?
I mean,
I'll tell you this.
T
Taylor
Swift?
No, not T Swift. I don't even think she's in the top 10.
What?
No, I
She's
looked
not in
this
the
shit
top
up.
10?
No, I don't think she was.
Oh,
This guy's
dang.
name is George or Georg
Who?
or George Stoley. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce this here. We're only sort of sophisticated. He was the leader of the Chicago Symphony Orchestra.
Oh.
Yeah, and so he won for all this classical composing and classical music over the years. Yeah.
I mean, you know what's so fascinating though?
What?
Didn't even know that there was a section of that.
Yeah. Oh,
In the
no,
Grammys.
remember, go back to how it all started, right? Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
ton. Yeah. Okay, number 2. Winning the Best New Artist is weirdly one of the riskiest Grammy awards you could win. We talked about this a
Yeah,
little
because
bit.
all the pressure's on you.
Yes, right. So I guess a lot of winners will peak after that and then spend their careers trying to get out of the box we talked about.
Huh.
But they can't really get out of the box because they have to be defensive now and sort of just
Well,
do
I'm
it
sure
the way they're
everyone's
told.
critiquing them.
I know.
And
Absolutely.
Oh, interesting.
Because it's all about repeating what you had. Yeah.
Huh.
Number 3. Want to guess how many Grammy categories there are? I had no idea.
56.
56. More. 90.
Wow.
90.
But I think that kind of goes back to how
Why
much I
it
don't know
why
about
it takes
the Grammy.
5 fucking hours to watch
Oh,
the show?
well, that too.
Yeah.
Do they actually show all of it?
I don't know
Oh,
because I don't watch the.
Because I mean, it's
Now
interesting, right?
This
Because
is terrible. I got to go watch the whole thing just to see.
But
No, I
just
can't
as
imagine
pop
they do.
culture, right? I only go, oh, it's best album, it's best song, it's best this, it's best.
Yeah.
Never even subcategorized it where composers are able to win
totally
or
are.
scores or fill in the blank.
I got 5 crazy ones. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. Best album notes. Not best
Notes.
album. Best album notes. Yeah. A Grammy for writing the tiny essays nobody reads inside of the albums. Best album notes.
No,
That's
that
a category.
is a category.
It's a category.
No.
Best recording package. Mm-hmm.
But we don't have albums anymore.
You win for artwork. Album artwork.
Well, I mean, that's an artist.
No. Okay, that's a whole other one. Best boxed or special limited edition package. Same as above, but for people who really love cardboard and booklets. What the fuck?
Huh.
Okay. Best engineered album, non-classical, awarded to sound engineers for sonic perfection.
I feel like this is now a stretch.
Okay, well, I'm telling you what these are.
Those are real ones. I understand.
This one was unbelievable. Best historical album for restoring or compiling old recordings, sometimes decades after they were even released.
And every year there's a new winner.
Apparently, you win for that. Yes.
Because I feel like Michael Jackson should always just win because they like reinvented his voice.
No, but like. If you and I just started restoring old albums, we could probably win. How many people are up for that? There's probably only like 10
I found your new career.
Okay, anyway, that was a lot of rando shit. Okay, number 4, here's a weird one. Grammy voters don't vote on everything. Like, each one doesn't vote on everything. They only vote in their own area of expertise.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know this, which makes sense.
How many voters are there?
You ready for this?
Yeah.
13,000.
Wow.
13,000.
How do you get picked?
Right, you're part of that recording thing.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Whatever, I'm sure it's like a certain number of people from each one of those things. But here's the weird thing. Like, they theoretically can vote on everything, but they don't. But like, think of album of the year, though. I bet half the people that vote for album of the year don't even like, all they're voting for is the album they like. Maybe they don't even listen to the album. The other out. Like,
so what you're telling me is this is all just it's a bias.
I think it's pretty
election rigged.
I think
system.
It's pretty wonky. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. Next one. I don't even know where we're at. Want to guess the only person to ever send their Grammy back? Like, literally, not just like not accepted. Like, I don't want it. It's back. One person.
Only one.
Yep.
Who's crazy enough?
Nothing compares to you.
I know the song.
Sinead O'Connor.
Oh.
Yeah. Totally anti-war, anti-power, anti-institution, anti-everything.
And sent it back.
Yeah. Said screw it.
Wow. Hey, if you're gonna stick to it, stick to it.
Do you know her story at all? Do you know Sinead O'Connor? Like,
I mean, I know the name. I don't know much about background.
I don't know. Terrible home life. Mom abused her, like, physically, terribly. She left to go to some, like, random girls' military academy or orphanage. Like, it was terrible. And then they also subsequently abused her. Yeah, she had a shit upbringing. And so, of course, everything was about anti-establishment, anti-Christian, anti-Catholic, like, because these people were abusing her. It was terrible. Yeah, it's a sad story.
So sad.
All right, we already did shortest Grammy speech. That was Prince. We talked about that one. Okay, and finally, best one for last, like always, Queen. You know the band Queen?
I love Queen.
Never won a single competitive Grammy Award.
What?
Not for Bohemian Rhapsody, not for any of their albums, not for any performance, nothing. One of the biggest, most recognizable bands in music history. Amanda went their entire career without Grammy validation.
No way.
And they could give two shits. Who cares?
Well,
it took till 2018 when, of course, that's when the Academy, we were talking about it earlier.
Right.
The Academy's like, oh, okay, we'll give you a Lifetime Achievement Award because we fucked everything up. That's what they do now. They just give Lifetime Achievement Awards when they realize they never even gave it to you.
Oh, yeah.
A few other ones.
The Grammy Hall of Fame.
Yeah, a few other ones here.
I had to fact check you. That's all that just happened.
Fact check all you want. I got this
shit, right?
No way. Bob Marley never won one. Wow. Jimi Hendrix, The Who.
Really?
Kiss. I mean, people would be like, oh, Kiss.
But then I feel
like that's incredible. These are legends. I mean, maybe say
that's
Kiss,
why I go back down to my conspiracy. It's all a conspiracy.
They don't care. These were the anti-conformists. Yeah, they were the ones who didn't care. Huh. What are you going to do? There you go.
Wow.
All right, fine. Call to action. Now you want to learn more? Here we go.
I do.
All right, so you can watch the Grammys.
All 5 hours.
Yeah, seriously, that's what you got to do. You could watch the shit on YouTube. Here's what I would do. Don't just watch the new one. Watch some of the iconic performances, right? Get a vibe of what was going on. Pick one from like the night, like just pick 1985. Then do like 1995. But I think
you're watching for 2 reasons, right? Like 2 separate reasons. For performances or for who wins the awards.
But yes, but also
because it's like how I watch a Super Bowl. If it's a team that I don't really care about, I don't care about the actual game.
I understand. I guess I was trying to show you
money.
Well, then let's make it interesting. Let's just do that. I think it has more to go back to the patterns thing I was talking about. The idea is to look for in 1985 what was going on. You'll probably realize not a lot of rock and roll bands were winning. In 1995 you'll realize not a lot of hip hop bands were winning. They were winning stuff, but off stage they weren't even doing it on live TV yet. So my point is all the pattern stuff. That's all I'm saying. And of course watch the cool performances, right? Watch Prince, watch Bruno Mars, watch whoever you want. I don't even care. Or if you want to be nerdier, I guess, and I don't know if you really want to do this, go watch interviews or documentaries on how the music industry works. Because you were asking me a lot about the recording studios and and what they do and how because and I don't mean just but then you get an idea of what the producers are doing, what the engineers are doing, the executive, you get the behind the scenes of how it all comes together. And then I think you have a better appreciation for why they had to build the vanilla structure they built. So that's sort of if you want to nerd out. If you don't want to nerd out, fine, just go watch them. If you don't want to do any of this, then just remember these key takeaways to be sort of sophisticated. The Grammys were founded in 1959 and were never meant to crown what's popular. They were designed to legitimize what the industry thinks is important and worth preserving, right? To look backwards. That's the whole idea. Number 2, awards almost always lag behind culture because institutions reward safety and consensus, not disruption in real time. Number 3, a Grammy win can change careers, like we were talking about, credibility and legacy. But a single live performance can matter even more than the trophy. Number 4, not all fame is the same. Internet fame, Grammy fame, or iconic famous, all these are different, right? So sort of the artist has to pick which lane to stay true to. We are shooting for iconic fame. I mean, we are going, so we just don't, we don't give two shits. I mean, we are going big. And finally, the Grammys don't tell us which music is the best. They tell us what the industry wants to remember, which means watching them isn't about agreeing with the winners. It's about understanding the moment that we're in. And that is all I got on the Grammys.
All right. There you have it. The Grammys in all their glory. Not just a shiny night of trophies and speeches, but a weird, fascinating mirror of how culture decides what matters and when.
And also, it's a mirror into
what
us
we like.
And what we like.
Our
and the whole
egotisticalness.
Thank you very much. Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
Well, we did our job today. You're not walking away with just a list of winners. You're walking away a little smarter and a little more informed without being annoying.
Hopefully.
So congratulations. You're sort of sophisticated.
Yay!
If this episode made you rethink a win, a snub, or that one performance you still remember years later, leave us a review and tell us which Grammy moment lives rent-free in your brain. We want to know what you're thinking. Until next time, stay curious, stay opinionated, and remember, awards don't define greatness, but they do tell you what a moment was trying to remember.
Oh, that's so thoughtful.
So cute.
Nice ending. Bye.